I mean, there may have actually even been some depleted uranium stuff. I mean, really depleted uranium. Like uranium, really old uranium can be depleted. It's just that it takes 250 million years for it to get depleted, or basically safe to be around, pretty much. Like I said, some of my stuff is that old. I mean, it is possible to have depleted uranium around, and to deplete uranium to an almost safe level. And some of my stuff is probably out there like that. I mean, like I said, my SR-71, or actually it was actually the name on the side is LSF-A, Blackbird, I believe. They were trying to change it to R to Republic whatever or something like that. I was like, no, 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 I'm not a Republic. My name's Lusifer Star, LS, F, or for Flyer, or something like that. Basically, I forget exactly. But anyway, that was my title. I was LS. So anyway, flight, stuff like that. Anyway, though, it's kind of funny. I mean, the fact that you have four blackbirds, basically LSF-A blackbirds, and you also have made of depleted uranium, and there's also a colony ship on another planet. Like I said, Earth, you got the flyers because you people were fighting over it. I kind of wanted to keep the the colony ship and the blackbirds together, but but I mean it wasn't really fair because there was this other planet that played a big role in my existence too, and so they wanted to keep the colony ship. So I was like, well, all right, you guys keep the colony ship, and Earth will get the flyers. So the flyers were dropped off here. I forget exactly why. Exactly why I dropped the flyers off here, but the flyers ended up over here. The blackbirds basically ended up on Earth with me, and then the colony ship is sitting on another planet, basically, somewhere else, somewhere safe. So anyway, like I said, you guys were fighting and doing war and stuff like that, and other people just decided that no, 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 we're not going to leave the colony ship there. It's just going to get destroyed or wrecked or melted down. So the colony ship didn't go to Earth. So it's on another planet somewhere. Anyway, good luck with all that. Like I said, there's a colony ship out there, and other people would know that, would find that out too, from the Pentagon and the White House and stuff like that. That there's a colony ship out there. It's not just the flyers. The flyers are here on Earth, but the colony ship is on another planet, somewhere else. Happily, it was lovingly restored back to its pristine condition, and sits somewhere, I believe. Last time I saw it, I think it was on its side. They're putting wheels under it or something like that, so people could stand next to it because it was really, really, really tall. Like I said, it's 2,700 foot long. It's really big. It's 1,200 foot wide or something like that. It's huge, or at least 120 foot wide. It's huge. It's a big, big, big ship. Really big. Like I said, it's visible. You could actually see it in orbit from the ground using binoculars. It's big, really big, and big and beautiful. And made out of depleted uranium, titanium, and a couple other metals. So it'd be safe in space. It's a very, very well built ship. Like I said, even the Nelson class, as you call it, the Rodney, the SS Rodneys. Basically, there were three ship classes. There are three ships. I kept on naming it because I wanted to, because they kept on changing the name of it because they'd always call it a nickname, and it's like, ugh, I'm doing this for my father or whoever. So I named three different lines of three different ships. The Rodney. There's probably an LS Rodney, an SS Rodney, and a couple others. And I probably shouldn't have done it, but basically there are three classes of ship basically named Rodney, pretty much. Just like there's a car and a boat named Rosalie after my mother, kind of. And I was just trying to do something nice for them, just as a thank you, whatever. Anyway, because I was Lusifer Star, so I was like, oh yeah, that's right. It's I had to come up with names and name things. So I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Let's name this. So anyway, so they did, and they were built. Like I said, they were actually designed by Germany. The Germans designed the boxes and stuff like that for the battleships. It was all Germany designed. So it was to protect Germany and stuff like that. Because I own Germany, and Germany had the best, highest quality of metal. But I believe it was they're actually built in Belfast. So anyway, like I said, the Germans were heavily into Belfast. My old Germans, they're wonderful people. They're wonderful, wonderful people. And so I believe they designed the protected boxes and everything else like that for the Nelson class and the Rodney class and all the other ships. I mean, they were doing it for me. I was paying them, just like the Tiffany necklaces and stuff like that. It's probably Germans. Like I say, I'm not really sure, and I don't like to say that I'm exclusive in with one group of people, but I mean a lot of it was Germans. That's why they were so rich, and they weren't, they were just working for me. Like I said, the Chinese work for me as well, except the Chinese, like I said, one of the reasons why I love the Chinese so much is that they were one of the only races. Like I said, they would work 18 hours in a day or 12 hours in a day, and then they would apologize for not being able to work harder. And they were the only race or only group of people that I ever had that I actually had to tell them. I actually had to say, no, go home, take a day off, go home, go. Go home. It's like I don't want you working 12 hours for me. No, you work 8 hours. You go home, drink, go see a movie, do something fun, work on your house, do anything but go to work. They're the only group of people where I mean some of the Japanese or Chinese because they're practicing perfection. So and a lot of them complained that they can't do perfection in 8 hours. I was like, no, go home, get some rest, take a break. That's why in Europe and in Britain, four tea breaks a day. You get breakfast, and then you get break, and then you get lunch, and then you get another break, and then you get dinner or whatever. So, because I wanted my people nice and rested so they wouldn't make mistakes. Because you get tired, you get and then you mess up. There were explosives people that would accidentally, they'd be in a hurry, and they would be doing explosives, and then they would make a mistake, and boom. So it's like, no. I want you nice and rested. Go home, take a break, cool off, relax, calm down. On some of my mining projects, I had breaks every 20 minutes. So it's like you work for 30 minutes and then you take a break and you cool off for 10 minutes because it's 120 degrees down there, or 150 or 200 degrees down inside the mine, and so and you get exhaustion and people start passing out from heat stroke. It's like no, you guys are too soft for that. So anyway, that's why everybody loved me. I was the slave owner that everybody wanted to work for. That's why everybody wanted to be in my cities. Everybody wanted to be in my companies because I was really careful and really fussy about things. I was like no. No, you take breaks. You work for a time, then you take a break. Try and stay clean. I mean everything was about it's a very careful thing. So anyway, that's why they used to say God's wishes. Well, it's not really God. My name is Lusifer Star. Owner of the Titanic. And a lot of my people worked very, very, very hard. Like I'd tell them to only work like 12 hours or 8 hours, and they'd end up working because when you work your shift, you could go on and continue working, but you're being paid more money for another shift because each shift was paid an allotment. Like it's what they used to call allotments. So one shift was like 32 cents, and then two shifts is like 64 cents or something like that. So some of the people, trying to get a little bit ahead or get a little extra money would do that. And like I said, we were constantly doing pay raises. I was constantly giving pay raises as encouragement. So anyway, that's why basically I was like, Lusifer Star. Just like Yeah, that's why it didn't matter what people said. Everyone just wanted to work for me. Like at the Panama Canal, I was constantly giving pay raises. Like I sent my guy over there from Germany to tell them all that they were all getting a pay raise because I was making so much money that I was like, well, I mean, and I wanted them to buy my stuff. So I was like, well, they're not gonna be able to buy stuff if they don't have any money. So we're gonna have to do something about that. So upping the pay raises and everything else, and that's why there was all these pay raises going into effect in Panama. So it's all me. So anyway, the slave owner you wanted to work for, Lusifer Star. So yeah, I mean, I had a lot of people.